Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Shop. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Yashawada in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the wombs and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rokak Rodash Mahamah, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the archons who are on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay. Well, keeping, a watch on what else is going on with the digital currency system, right? That's going to be soon worldwide. Whitney, what's her name again? Slovakia. Whitney Wade, Slovakia. She's very insightful. I believe she should be a writer or a journalist or something like that, So she has some good information to share. The title of this lesson, Be Vigilant, right? Check it out.
Going to happen with the economy, whether it's provoked by a cyber attack or whatever. The way the UN, UNICEF, World Food Program has set up all of their stuff for humanitarian aid is the WorldCoin model, which is scan your eyeball and we give you a digital ID and that tells us whether or not you eat or not. If you want to get your rations, you have to go to wherever the rations are and have your eyeball scanned. And if there's a mistake in the system and it decides you're not you, no food for you. And this has happened in India's digital ID system, Aadhaar, to like a significant degree. And they haven't fixed it and they don't do anything about it. And they justified it by saying that like people's data will be safer and more secure. It's the most easily hackable thing in the world. There was like a big time like Indian CEO guy that was like, I'm publicly gonna like put up my Aadhaar ID number and like look how safe it is, and it was like hacked in like 10 minutes and people like trolled the crud out of him.
We've created the best currency the world has ever known.
Give me a minute. There we go.
Of him. It's a joke. But they need to manufacture consent for all of this stuff. And the way they're going to do that is fear and panic. There's obviously going to be some sort of national security crisis they have to create to bring in that fear and panic, but they're creating the base issues on purpose. It's an intentional decision to have the border in that state. And it's not just happening in the U.S., it's like a broader thing, just like digital ID is like a global thing.
Today, we're diving deep into the insights of Whitney Webb, discussing the intricate dance of economics, technology, and control in our modern era. As we stand on the precipice of a year filled with uncertainties, Webb warns of potential economic turmoil, possibly provoked by cyber attacks or other crises. The introduction of a WorldCoin model for humanitarian aid, mandating biometric IDs for food rations, is a stark reminder of the digital ID system's flaws, as seen in India's Aadhaar program. This system not only compromises data security, but also threatens personal freedom, highlighting the global push for digital IDs and programmable money under the guise of security and convenience. Remember, if you find this content insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest uploads. Let's prepare to navigate through these turbulent waters together.
Talking about the geopolitical stuff, the divide here of, BRICS versus the West, specifically like US, UK, Israel, Europe, the EU, they all agree on digital ID. So there's this geopolitical tension stuff at one level, but go another level up, they all agree about some sort of surveillable programmable money. Maybe in the US it's synthetic DVDs, CBDCs. In China and the BRICS countries, it's direct issue CBDC. They all agree about digital IDs that are biometric. They all agree on Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah. And what's interesting about that, well, to take it back to the article in Fluent Finance, the United Arab Emirates, what are they setting up financially? What is Fluent Finance after Farmington gets shut down, specifically doing in the United Arab Emirates. They're the connective tissue between the CBDCs, direct issue CBDCs of BRICS land, and the synthetic CBDCs of the West and the deposit tokens. That's what they're setting up. That's what Fluent Finance is doing in the UAE right now with R3. That's partnered with the DTCC for the securities stuff and doing the central bank digital currency for the UAE. And a host of other countries that are interoperable with a lot of other ones specifically being overseen by the BIS. These MCBD projects for like multi-CBDC projects about interoperability. The goal is to have, Corda, the R3 DLT, right, have that as much run on that as possible, but what doesn't run on that will be interoperable with that. So interoperability is like a key thing to watch out for. And a lot of these companies like Fluent Finance, for example, are developing this stuff and like no one has noticed, which I think is kind of interesting. Like a lot of people that are so focused on CBDCs and they're a threat to human freedom and all of this are just pointing the finger at like BRICS and not paying attention to any of these other countries, really. They're just like, BIS bad, but like, yeah, Wall Street has plans for this too, and like they're not good either. Like Jamie Dimon and Jerome Powell are not coming to the rescue, guys. They're creating the same system under a different name. Jamie Dimon programming my dollars to expire and tying it to my carbon credits or whatever is not any better than Jerome Powell or, Janet Yellen doing it. I mean, it's all the same garbage. What I think is interesting, too, to take this back to FTX, too, in light of their team up with Fluent Finance and what Fluent Finance has gone on to do, I really am curious, and I don't really know if there's any way to know now. But, all those donations and cozying up to, like, Elizabeth Warren and all these other like lawmakers by FTX executives or Ryan Salome cozying up with the Republicans and stuff. Like, was this to have them favor the stablecoin FTX was going to team up with, which seems to have been Fluent Finance's US Plus, like to favor them as like, the stablecoin issuer of choice for the synthetic CBDC? Pretty interesting possibility there, because a lot of it thought it was just like, crypto regulation to favor FTX and SBF and stuff. But I think there's a lot of bigger plays that have been going on here for some time, and I think people ignoring these kind of actors, we're doing ourselves a disservice. If you look at the people who created Fluent Finance, the main guy, Bradley Algood, used to work for like NATO and like military and
personal trainer. Would you rather have one $100 bill or 5
to work for like NATO?
All right, stop right there. So you can see how serious it's getting. Whitney Webb. There we go. Okay, so you can see how serious it's getting, that they're going to try every trick in the book to deceive the mass, to make this digital currency, invisible money, sound beautiful and the best thing than sliced cheese, right? I want to go to Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always. Okay? We're getting closer to what's coming with this digital currency. That ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before Son of Man. Yeah. We're going to be all tested. And this big test has to do with who you going to serve, who you going to be willing to die for, right? You're going to love this world more than Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds? Or you going to go after the wickedness of this world and say, well, I don't want to suffer, I don't want to die, and I got family to feed, I got to do what I got to do. I want to go to 1 Peter, chapter 5. Turn my pages here. I'll be going to verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking whom he may devour. Right? Yeah, check it out. That's like me making a YouTube, right? and telling everyone if they can so kindly, right, open up a bank account, a checking account, Slovakia, right, with the book, the checking book, and sign it. Just give me the whole book and let me put the amount that I want to take from them, right? To trust me. Or better yet, that's like telling everybody, hey, why don't you leave the door of your house open? Tell me at what time you leave it open so I can go over there when you're not there. Does that make sense? That's crazy, right? So now this wicked system, right, wants everyone to trust them when the whole world already knows who they really are. Okay? Now, of course, the Edomites of middle class and lower class, they don't want this wicked kingdom to pass, to go away. They don't want to go into slavery in the new kingdom that's coming when Yahweh comes back, right? So they really are getting desperate, okay? But you got to keep in mind that it's not only the digital currency that they're going to bring about, and that's it. Rest assured that behind that, they will start mandating, right? That you'll have to take something to put inside to have total control, right? They have to make sure that they can control everyone. So then that way, they can keep living and stealing and robbing and put everyone to fight when Yahushua comes back. Okay? Verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren. Right? It happened before. Nothing new under the sun. That are in the world. Verse 10. But Yahweh of all grace, who has called us into his eternal glory by Yahweh Shai, after that ye have suffered a while, make your perfect. Oops, I gotta hit the socket for that. I gotta fix that. Establish, strengthen, settle you. Right? Stand strong in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, no matter what happens. Okay? Who wants to keep living in a destructive, wicked world anyway? That's going down anyway. They're destroying themselves. Okay? They want to destroy the whole planet if they don't get things their way. Okay? Proverbs chapter 4. Give me a minute. I'll turn my pages here. So you're going to be hearing more and more how close we are getting to this digital currency system. Something has to give. They're going to have to create some type of chaos, right? Some type of panic that people will say, okay. I said Proverbs here. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart, thy mind, with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life, right? And they want to control what? Our mind, okay? First, they need us all to consent. So once they have total control of the money, invisible money at that, system, right? And all the information of who we are in order to move around in this wicked world, now they can play their game and we have to then go by their rules, right? And remember that once you do that, they can make anything up, right? They can write anything that you are a criminal or rapist, whatever they want. You see? They can't be trusted. Not a wise thing to do. Matthew 12, chapter 34. Let me go there. Oops, wrong way. Salakia, this way. 34. Verse 34, Salakia. O generation of vipers, How can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of thy heart, of thy mind, the mouth speaks. Yeah. Just because they make it sound good and they talk such calm voice and with a happy face, it's too late, man. The whole world knows that the Edomites are the snakes, right? And that the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds going to have to make some serious decisions, right? Because once you take that mark, right, you already heard what she said. If you don't comply with the belief system, you're still going to suffer the consequences, okay? Matthew chapter 23. And remember, once you consent, you also will be agreeing and taking that mark. I'm looking, here we go. Chapter 23, verse 33. Yea, serpents, yea, generations of vipers. Huh? That's what he calls them. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? They can't. Right now, this is their kingdom, and this is our hell. But when Yahushua comes back with the host of angels and bring his kingdom back to earth and remove their wicked kingdom, it's going to be their hell. Okay? And they earn it. They work very hard for it. Okay? They should be proud. Colossians chapter 4. Okay, where? Let me go to Colossians chapter 4. Oh, here it goes. It's going to say what happened to it. Chapter 4, verse what? Verse 2. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Yeah. See how Yahweh Shai let us know that the remedy is to know the name of the Father, the Son, and pray with thanksgiving. He doesn't say make an army and go after them. No. He just says learn the word, read their judgment, call out the name of Yahweh Shai, right? And the rest, Yahweh Bashin Yashai will take care of. Psalm chapter 39. Give me a minute. I'm going there. I just heard they're making new laws for renting, right? The federal's going to take over. Psalm chapter, I said 39, verse 1. I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle while the wicked is before me. Yeah. They're going to push everyone in a state of total fear, right? They're going to cause so much chaos. They want everyone out of their mouth to say, yes, I will consent. I'll do anything you say. Okay? And when people are starving, they do just about anything, right? I'm going to go back to Matthew chapter 26. Give me a minute, turn my pages here. Ooh. Getting there. 24, 5, 26, 41. Verse 41 says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, right? But the flesh is weak. And that's what the Edomites are going to attack, the flesh, right? You know how fast people give in when they are sick? And they want the pain to stop, right? Well, imagine when there's no food, right? If they shut everything down, or if you don't take the digital currency contract, you can't buy, you can't eat, you can't even work, okay? It's going to get ugly pretty soon, very fast. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12. Wherefore let him that think he stands take heed lest he falls. Yeah, if you think you can stand, right? That I don't believe in no God. I don't believe in that name Yahweh Shai. You know that I need to know that. You know, I've been in the army. I'm a veteran, right? I ain't gonna do what these wicked people are saying. I can handle myself very well. Well, you're going to be surprised that it does not work that way. But hey, you will find people, you know, especially our people, the so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds, that are stiff-necks, right? That think that they can keep pretending that they have everything under control when they don't. They just was not given the knowledge to understand. I'm going to leave it with 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, be strong. 14. Let all your things be done with charity. Yeah. You know, it's gonna happen so fast. What's coming? You know, we're in 2024? Yeah, I don't know, because, you know, can start this year, next year, but we are closer than ever before, right? The whole world has now technology, okay? It's only a matter of time that they implement what they've been working so hard for, to have everybody in total control. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.